It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one on tap, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Falcons getting the road victory in that one, so they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Atlanta. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Falcons go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
Looking to put a drive together. They go play action here on first down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Operating from the gun. Bean. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Delgado. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner.
And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Not Bronco 80. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
On play action, here's Shadur. Here's Tucker, complete on the right side.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
60 Maverick, 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Play action, it's Sanders.
Throw left side complete. That's Davis. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And it's now 14-0.
14. Buccaneers, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Back to throw. Bean. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Second and 1 at the 45-yard line.
A shotgun handoff here to Irvin.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Straight ahead, it's Irvin.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Bean.
That's complete to Palmer.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Let's go.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Buccaneers have cut it back within a score.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Buccaneers 7. Chase McLaughlin to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Come on, come on. Hit. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 18, Pioneer. Warrior 70. Hook.
They go play action now. Sanders.
And he's got his man. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Operating from the gun. Bean.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Falcons are going to have it here. Just past the 25.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Yeah, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings? That they
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week, and here we go again in the 1st quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Throwing, Sanders.
Over the middle, complete. It's Tucker.
And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sanders.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. The Trey Palmer deep for Tampa Bay.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the gun, Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
At the 23-yard line.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Play fake. Mayfield. And a throw right sideline is complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with, and there's a completion right there.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Joe Mixon, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had that 14-0 lead, but that has evaporated as they go to work here, 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
93 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you.
There he goes, right side. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. 64 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead is now 21-14.
Buccaneers 14.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Stop.
Throwing, Mayfield. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Second and 10.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Alert, 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 alert. Watch out.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner.
And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Tag. 70 line. 70 Timberwolves. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Let go.
Sanders.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The lines move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Hands it off out of the gun. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 109 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Let's go. 60 bites.
Here's Sanders.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
18, right in. Huh, go.
To throw now, here's Sanders.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan of how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
180. What's that?
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
And space tough to come by there, as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Kings, 20, done.
Mayfield. Over the middle, it's complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Baker going to give it to Irving.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, alert. Hey, alert. What's up?
Mayfield down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That's another Buccaneers first down. A gain of 3 on the play.
Alert.
And the Buccaneers first down.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
Looking middle, and he's got Ibuka.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and 7.
Hurry. 180. Done.
Running the toss to Irving.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd down.
Regular. Run. Point it right. Pistol. Real. Stop.
Here's Mayfield. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try.
From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick here is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
18 rattlers, 18 rattlers.
To throw is Sanders. Bananas Tucker. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready, set.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
70 Lions. Dragon 60. 19 tight, 19 tight. Pioneer.
Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther 60. Let's go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now Sanders.
And he will find his man on the outside. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Ready.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Ready.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Now a give, Irving running right.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
King.
Now Mayfield. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Delgado. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
180! Got.
Mayfield looks to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down.
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you're expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
That's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Brings up second and
The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now a handoff as they run left side. There he goes left side. To the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Mayfield to throw it.
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Real. Set. 180.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
180.
Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. Heck of a broken tackle, and able to work this down near the 23. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. A few moving pieces on that play, because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
Mayfield showing he can be fleet of foot, picking up the first down.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new, it worked there.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Falcons' 9-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And now it's 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hey, alert! What's up?
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Jalen Walker able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. For Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
Kings!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Back to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Buccaneers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
24. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Go now. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Sanders to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 10.
Ready. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Packers 60. Packers 60. Trap 60. Trap 60.
They go play action now. Sanders. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
18, Pioneer. 60, Vikes.
Throwing, Sanders. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
Stephanie. Panther 60. Panther 60. 19, Tiger. 19.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space. It turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And the Falcons are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
70, Timberwolves. Ready.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
On the double.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Go.
On 3rd and goal, Sanders.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. From 10 yards out.
And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we... And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Jacorian Bennett has it. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
Ready, ready. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Warriors 70. Buffalo 18. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Throwing to start the drive. Sanders.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach that I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Right back to him on first down. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
To throw is Sanders. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Cameron Dicker on for the field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
They go play action. Mayfield. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
James Pierce.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
180. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Kings, Kings, Kings. Hurry, hurry. Alert, 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 alert. That's hot.
From the gun, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
180.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Cut. 20.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
180.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Atlanta, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.